This is part 2 of 3D inside Adobe Illustrator. In this tutorial, we will learn about most popular and perhaps some complicated 3D effect inside Illustrator, that is Revolve. We will dig in and will create nice 3D effect just like shown in the picture. Let's create a new document. First, we will need to create basic shape. So let's create a circle holding Shift key, and I am moving fast as I assume you know all basics. Now let's create some rectangles here. But we will need not to create all rectangles one by one. We will just copy it and press Ctrl or Command F to paste in front, and holding Shift key place it at the bottom, something like I am doing. Now for in between shapes, I'm going to blend both objects. I mean, these are some faster ways to complete tasks. So select both objects and go to Object, Blend, Blend Options. Set it to specified steps. I am doing it in 5 steps. However, this depends how bigger your circle is and how thinner your rectangle is. Now just create the blend. Here it is. Now time to separate them all, because if you check, you can select nodes only first and last rectangles. In between rectangles are not free yet. They don't exist by their own. So in order to separate them, we need to select them and expand them. Although we have only fill here, but that doesn't matter, just expand it. And now each rectangle has its own property, but still they are in group. So no problem, leave it as it is. First, we need to divide circle in half. For that, with white arrow tool, select only left node and just hit delete. Now select all of these shapes, go to Pathfinder panel, and by the way, you can open this panel by going to Window menu. So just divide shapes. Since they are still in group, so let's ungroup all of them. Now select and delete all extra shapes. Here we go. We don't want these strips also, because we want to create you can say a hollow sphere. So select one strip. Obviously you can select these manually, but there's another fast way. Here you will get this option which says select similar objects. Hit on it and all of these will get selected at once. Since these are of same color, just delete them. Now if we try to apply 3D effect on these strips, it won't work properly because these all are free and we need single object. So select all of these and just group them together. Now we are ready to go. Effect, 3D, Revolve. Check preview. It will be revolved along y-axis and will create a sphere. That's the beauty of Revolve Effect. And let me warn you, Revolve Effect takes huge memory to run, so your computer should be strong enough to handle it. Okay? Add 50-degree perspective. Let's adjust position of lighting a little bit so that there will be good highlight on the sphere. Reduce ambience to 20%, increase highlight intensity and size to 100%. Blend depth should be high enough so that highlighted area will be smooth. And also I don't want black shading. Keep it to red, but with small brightness. I mean, not completely black. Now let's add one more light to it. Send it to back. You can play with light positions, but keep in mind we will need maximum contrast to give it a feel of metal, okay? Add one more light. Let's reduce its intensity to 20%. And this is only for this particular light. I mean, if you check under two lights, the intensity is 100. We have reduced it only for the third light. We are done with our 3D effect. Now again, there will be magic of stroke. As you compare it with my finished version, we are not done yet. So let's open Appearance panel, add a stroke to it. As I told you, it will take huge memory. Stroke will wrap the fill. So first, keep stroke below the fill. Still, it's not solving the problem. So let's keep stroke extremely thin, say 0.05. Some part is polished, but still we need to send this stroke back somehow. Let me show you what I mean. Turn off this 3D revolve and let's zoom it. Zoom it to very high percentage. Okay, here is the stroke. Now, in order to send it to back when object turns into 3D, we need to shift it towards left side. And for that, keep selected stroke property, go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and Transform. And let's move it horizontally by -1 pixel, that is towards left side. And if we check its preview, this will happen. Stroke will get shifted. Just OK it, fit the screen. Now when you turn on 3D Revolve button, our problem will be no more. Now obviously you can do a lot more according to your imagination. So in last, I want to say subscribe us and share it with others.